Phones to move on, but Lorraine joins me on the line in studio. It's lovely to have you to come up into that close there. Lorraine, lovely to see you again. How are you?
Good, Keith, and thank you so much for having us, and we're absolutely delighted to be here. So I'm here in a different context. Normally we're talking about our Wiser programme.
I'll just put you in a small little bit there if you don't mind.
Is that okay?
That's perfect. Lovely, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, we are normally talking about the Wiser programme, but you brought a book with you today.
We brought a fabulous new book called Sex Educated. So it's the first of its kind in Ireland by a fantastic, amazing Irish author called Grace Alice O'Shea, who was former sex educator with us. So she's been with us for over 6 years, I think, and has 6 years of experience. And then suddenly decided over the pandemic that she'd write a book. So
like you do.
As you do in that time. So I think it was 2.5 years altogether it took from the first idea when we chatted about it. And really where it was coming from, Keith, was, as you know, we go into schools, we deal with young people from second year upwards in secondary schools. So there was a wealth of information that we actually had around sexual health and I suppose questions that they had. So this book really has come from all the questions, thousands upon thousands of questions that we would get over the years. And
who are you targeting with it? I mean, it's Sexual Health West that brought this to the market, but who are you targeting with this book?
Really, Keith, anybody who has young people in their lives, whether it's personally or whether it's professionally, like parents would get so much out of it. And definitely as a starting point, you know, that they'd pick it up. There's so much information in it around relationships, sexuality, reproduction, consent, gender. And within each of those chapters, the amount of detail that goes into how we'd answer the questions. So all of these have come from young people. They're questions they really wanted answered. So parents could pick it up and even as a starting point to start up a conversation. So we know sometimes it's difficult. So they could find different topics and go, listen, that's really good information. I even had my own mum who's 68 who read it and was like, oh my goodness, Lorraine, there is so much detail there. But it's so user-friendly, Keith.
And there is so much detail in it though, Lorraine. There really is.
There really is, and there is. And again, as well as Grace, there was so much expertise from other sex educators as well. So, you know, Nicole McGuigan, who's with us at the moment, and Megan O'Neill, and then ex-colleagues, Dr. Hayley Mulligan and Dr. Kate Dawson, who would be experts in certain fields as well. So it really is about making anybody who reads this book feel really comfortable and absolutely feel that any question they ask, that it's so okay. And there's amazing illustrations by a lovely Irish artist locally as well, Ciara Coogan, and then the publishing company is Tribes Press. But even the details in the pictures, you know, are really lovely and really inviting and really nice to look at and give you lots of information about body parts and all of that.
But it's kind of it's kind of like a manual. I mean, you brought in a copy and I've just had to flick through it there. But really and truly, it's kind of the A to Z of what they need to know.
It is the A to Z. It absolutely is. And, you know, as Grace said herself, I don't think any stone has been left unturned. And also, I think it's just, I suppose, normalising any of the questions that have been asked. And, you know, I think it's written in such a caring way. And I think Grace really wanted it to be like there was a wiser educator sitting down beside you and being able, you know, to answer those questions for you. And I think she's achieved that really, really well.
Where is it available, Lorraine, can I ask you? I know it is produced by Sexual Health West, which is based in St. Augustine Street there, but where can they buy this book?
On our website, so sexualhealthwest.ie, so it's available there and people can pay it with Visa card, debit card, so just log on to our website.
It's a big book.
It's a big book. There is over 400 pages. So again, the price, it's €25, but absolutely well worth it. And I would highly recommend every parent in the country, every young person that may need it themselves, that it's out there, that they can log on to the website and purchase it. And again, that's sexualhealthwest.ie.
Okay, sexualhealthwest.ie for further details. There's a lovely message there. So there is from our Uachtaráin, Michael D. Higgins, and Michael Keady is social inclusion manager of the HC Community Healthcare. The Wiser programme was mentioned. I just, from flicking through it, I mean, God above, you know, where was this a long time ago for people?
Well, that's it, Keith. That is it. That is the main point as well. Like, we are asked so many times for various resources from parents, from people within any area that work with young people, and we're always, you know, there's good information out there.
I love the design of it, Lorraine. I love the design of it as well.
But to actually have this as a one-stop shop, that every topic you could possibly think of and all the questions that are asked and the answer is given. And I think, yeah, it would be so valuable for so many people. And I think it's also going to be around for years. So even though some of the information may need to be updated at the same time, I think it's like, I'm looking forward to keeping it for my own little people and handing it over, you know, as soon as I possibly can. So yeah, again, it can reach such a wide audience. So we're delighted with it and so proud.
Lorraine, thank you so much. Can I give this away?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Are you sure now?
Absolutely. And read it yourself, Keith. Read it yourself.
I'll give it away first and then I'll read the second one you get me. If you want to win a copy of Sex Educated by Sexual Health West, you can do so. You can also call them on 091 566 266 if you want to order it, and just buy it over the phone as well. Or just go to the Sexual Health West website and get further details. Lorraine, thank you indeed for joining us today on the programme.